I'm John Riley. Welcome back to another episode of Bushcraft Bums. I did these before as a separate video segment. I decided to try to make it all into one video. But I just wanted to show a couple of ways to make a deadfall traps, both the figure 4 and the Paiute deadfall, a little more effective, and ways to kind of troubleshoot them. Alright, so what we're going to use here today is a figure 4 deadfall trap to illustrate what we're going to do. Alright, so forgive me while I turn the camera. So as you can see here, we have our old friend, the figure 4 mechanism. Alright, and what I have here is just a couple of ways, a couple little innovations I've done using what was around me to try and make this trap a little bit more effective. Okay, first off, we got to keep this rock at a very acute angle. Alright, the crushing weight has to be at a very acute angle. Alright, more so than 45 degrees. If the crushing rock were to end up here and the animal was to trigger the trap, it would have to fall so far before the animal would be caught. So animals have ridiculously quick reaction time. So, and they're also, hyper aware. So we have to minimize that reaction time by keeping the rock close to the ground. A heavy weight will help to ensure that less of an angle will still give a nice good kill. Alright? So you can't have that rock too high, otherwise there's a chance the animal's going to escape. Another little thing, I don't know if we can see it in here, but I have let's see if I can swing it up. I have a forked bait stick in there. Alright? So rather than just spearing it on there, it allows me to really work the bait in between the tines of the fork. This means that the animal really has to pull at that bait to get it. Like I said, animals, in addition to having a quick reaction time, are also very cagey and very delicate about doing things sometimes. So it's very possible if you have a piece of bait, a rose hip, or a nut speared on an end of a stick, the animal's going to be able to get it out. If it's wedged in a fork, it's just going to be that much more likely that the animal's going to trip the trap while retrieving the bait. Also, you want this bait stick to extend a good amount under the trap. You don't want it to end too close to the front. It should be good and long. This way the animal really has to commit itself to getting under the trap before it can get the bait. This way it has to retreat all the way out before the trap springs in order to not get caught. So the longer the bait stick is and protrudes into the trap, the greater chance that your animal is going to get caught. Alright? Another little thing I've done here is I provided a base for my deadfall. Alright, you see I have the crushing weight up here, and down here I have a piece of flat wood that I found. And this provides a concussive impact from both ends. Right? We're in sandy soil here, so there's a good chance that if a weight were to fall on an animal, it would pin it in the soil and not necessarily kill it quickly. But since it's being concussed from above and below here, sandwiching it between two crushing forces is a greater chance of getting a more humane kill. Alright? Also, my main stick here, I placed it far enough away from the trap, the crushing weight, that if the trap was to fall, there's no risk of this rock hitting this stick. If this rock hits this stick and this stick doesn't fall, the trap could get sprung without having the weight fall. All right, I've seen it happen. It's far enough out, which means you have to have a long lever up top, a nice long lever. Okay. In addition, just to be on the safe side, what I've done is I put a piece of bark under the support stick. Because sometimes what can happen is the weight of this rock coming down on the support stick can drive the support stick into the ground and almost make it like a column, which can interfere with the falling of the trap. Alright, so a piece of bark there keeps it from falling into the ground. And lastly, what I've done is I provided a couple of stakes here in the ground, up the front of the trap. Let's come around so you can see. And what this does is it keeps the animal from coming into the front of the trap and disturbing the mechanism before the trap has a chance to trip. What we want to do is ensure as much as possible that the prey animal goes sideways to get the bait so that it doesn't disturb the trap mechanism and set the trap off before he's in a good position to ensure us a meal. Alright? Those are a couple of ways of troubleshooting both the figure 4 and Paiute deadfall traps. Alright? Feel free to email me or send me a message as always with any questions or comments, and that's pretty much it. Alright? I'm John Riley, it's Bushcraft Bums. Thanks for watching.